Hi Team AIM, it's Jamie Jaco. All right, so I've got my pajamas on. My hair's crazy, but that's okay. Craig didn't even ask like if I was going live for my customers or my team because he already knew if I've got my pajamas on, I'm coming to talk to the team. So hopefully everybody else has their pajamas on. They're all excited to sit back and relax and hopefully get some good training in. So I'm excited. People are joining. Hey, Brittany. All right. Yay, this is exciting. Okay, so I'm super excited because we have so many new ladies on Team AIM, and so I kind of just wanted to go live and just say hi. I'm Jamie Jaco. For the ones that don't know me, I'm the director for Team AIM. So that means you come to me with all of your questions. Of course, you're welcome to go to your sponsor, the girl you signed up under. It's not me, but if she doesn't have the answer, I'm always here to help you. So me and your sponsor are kind of be like your best friends on your 31 journey. So it's always really exciting. But I know whenever you get started in this business, you're just like, okay, what do I do? So I wanted to do this video just to kind of introduce myself, let you see who I am. So when I'm reaching out to you, you kind of know that I'm not just some crazy person reaching out to you. Hey, Monica. But that I could just, like you kind of know me. I know when you watch a video, it's a little bit easier to connect with somebody than them just posting all the time or messaging. And then also kind of give you some ideas and pointers to get started. So I hope you have pen and paper. If not, you can always go back and watch this. A few things with me, I always have a crazy post-it with, y'all probably couldn't even read this because I just go crazy writing stuff down. And I'm also, I get sidetracked very easily. So I'll be talking about one topic and I get on a whole nother rant on another topic. And so just, you'll be fine, I promise. So I'm super excited. We have a lot of new ladies and that's because we got the pink ticket in. So all consultants, all active consultants got a pink ticket, and that's where somebody can join under them for $15. Now, that is until the end of today, y'all. So if you've not used your pink ticket, you still have time to use that pink ticket, okay? So do not feel like just because you haven't used that pink ticket that you can't. And even if you signed up today, you get the pink ticket also. So make sure you're using that amazing pink ticket. But then also, if you are somebody that has somebody join under you with the pink ticket, make sure you go in and put that rebate in for them. Because, hey, Whitney, because if you don't do that, they don't get their rebate. So help your sister out and put in that rebate, okay? Okay, so we will get started. I've got my little list of notes of what we're going to go over. Y'all are welcome to ask questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. I try to do videos at least once a week. There for a while I kind of dropped off, but I'm getting back. It's all about, just that's my favorite thing about 31 is it's always here for you. So I try to go live every single week. If you have questions about how something works, I can probably find a video to show you. I just love video. I think video is so much easier to learn from than just a bunch of posts. So you'll probably get a lot of voice messages from me and videos and things like that because I just like to talk to you and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get started. Let's say you signed up today. We've had some girls that signed up today and you're like, what do I do? Now, I'm also going to tell you these steps that I give you or these ideas that I give you, if you've done them backwards or if you've not done them at all or if you completely missed one step, that's okay. So my favorite thing about 31 is we all get to be our own bosses. So you joined under somebody, she's your sponsor, she's not your boss. So she can't make you do 31, this is completely up to you. So my favorite thing about 31 is that I'm my own boss. But my least favorite thing that I like about 31 is I'm my own boss because sometimes I can let myself get in my head and I can let myself go all day and not work or go a whole week and not work. So I always have to be on top of myself and making sure I'm putting in the work that I need to have a successful business. So it's a great thing that we get to be our own boss, but always remember that it's kind of double-edged sword. So it's wonderful that you get to be your own boss, but it's also you have to make yourself do the work. You have to make yourself do the research. You have to push yourself sometimes because nobody's going to do it for you. This is your business. You get to do whatever you want with it, or you don't have to do anything with it. So we have every single girl on this team all does 31 for different reasons. This is my full-time job. This has given me an opportunity that I never thought I would have. Now, just because I work this as a full-time job, I don't do full-time hours, of course, but I get paid like I work full-time, which is amazing. But that doesn't mean the girls on our team, that all the girls on the team work it just the same. So we have some ladies that only do 31 because they want to get that awesome discount that we get. And that's amazing. I love that they know exactly what they want out of 31. We have some girls that do 31 because they want an extra $50 a month to pay for their daughter's dance class or their son's karate. That's amazing. They do their one party, they get their paycheck, and they're good to go. My first thing to tell you is figure out why you're doing 31. And I'm going to push you a little bit, and don't just say, I'm just doing this for fun, or I'm just doing this for whatever. Like, decide the reason you're doing it, and it's going to change, because the reason I started is not the reason why I'm still in it. So it's going to change, and that's awesome. I would say if your why's still the exact same, then you might not be growing as much as what you should be, because everybody needs to grow in their 31 journey. Okay, so figure out what you want. Now, like I said, we have ladies on here that just want the discount. That's completely fine. They know their why. They know why they're doing 31 because they just want the discount. But you can't just get the discount and do nothing. To be an active consultant and to get the discount, you have to sell $200 every 3 months. So that means you have to do something every 3 months, okay? So that's when you plan out, I need to do a party every other month so I never have to worry about going inactive. Things like that, okay? So if you're always wondering maybe how to get your why like narrowed down or figure out how much you need and what that means as far as how much you need to work, I can always help you with that. But I'm going to tell you the first thing that you have to do whenever you decide to be a 31 consultant is to figure out why you're going to be a 31 consultant, because that's really going to help you on those days where you don't want to work. And not everybody works every day, and that's completely fine. I don't work every day. I love to take Sundays off. So it's all about finding that balance and finding what you want out of it, but you have to do something. You can't just sign up and then never do anything again and still continue to be a 31 consultant. You have to put in some kind of work to maintain where you're at, okay? So that's what I'm going to say first off, is just figure out why you're doing it. Okay, so you've signed up. The first thing you want to do is you want to personalize your website. So when I get off of here, I'll post all the YouTube links after, so it'll be in the comments so you know what I'm talking about. But whenever you sign up, you automatically get a website. Now, you can, and everybody that's signed up, you see, I believe it's $12.95 a month. When you sign up, you agree to pay that $12.95 a month. Now, you can go back in and cancel that website and not have a website every month. That's completely fine. You do not have to have a website to be a 31 consultant, but I will tell you, that $12.95 pays for itself every month for me, because I have people go to my website every month and order from me. So I feel like it's very critical in my business for the work that I do that I need that website. So if you're going to have anybody join under you, if you're going to do an online party and have people order online, you're going to need that website. When we have our awesome outlet sales, you have to have a website or they have nowhere to go to order from you. So now I will tell you, you can always go and turn it on later. Like, so if you know the outlet sales coming, you can always go back in. But sometimes if all the consultants are turning their websites back on, it could take some day. And I've seen some ladies that they didn't even get to get orders from the outlet sale because it took so long to get their website back up and working, because so many people were trying to do it at the same time. So that's just a little bit of knowledge as to if you want a website or not. So if you're going to do a lot of online orders, if you're going to utilize the outlet, if you're going to have people join under you, then you for sure want to keep that website. If you're just doing this for the discount, then you don't need the website. But you want to personalize your website. So as soon as you sign up, it's going to be www.my31.com/whatever your consultant ID number is. So 184601410. Okay, nobody's going to remember that. So every time you tell your friends and family to go to my31.com/, I don't even remember the number I just said. All those numbers, your people are going to look at you and be like, huh? So you want to make sure you personalize your website. And what I mean by that is you're going to go into your back office. Now, for all my newbies, I know you're going to be like, what the heck's a back office? That is just where we do all of our orders, okay? So whenever you go to 31today.com, that is going to be the place you go. If you are just bored, like let's say your husband's watching a baseball game that you're not into and you're just playing around on your phone, I would strongly urge you to get off Facebook, quit scrolling Facebook, quit scrolling Pinterest, and use that downtime to work. And the best way to do that is to learn. So go into 31today.com and just looking around, y'all are going to find so much. We have amazing training on 31today.com, but if you're new and don't know a lot about 31today.com, I'm sorry, that's going to be a great place for, if you're not doing anything, quit scrolling Facebook and get on 31today.com and just look around. So you're going to be able to know where everything is. We have images that you can use for that month's special. We have 31-minute calls that you can listen to. We have an online party script, so you literally have to do nothing when you have your online party. All you have to do is copy and paste. It is that easy, y'all. You just have to know where to find it. And remember, who did I say was your boss? You're not going to have somebody just send it to you. That's your job. It's your boss. You are the one that's making your money. So if you want to learn how to do something, you for sure got to put the work in, okay? My favorite thing about 31, it is a very simple thing to do. The steps are laid out. 31 is very simple, but it's not easy. And if you've been around for a while, you know I say that a lot, but it's very true. 31's simple, as in they give us all the tools that we need, but it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it and everybody would be making millions doing it. That it's not easy is in you have to work. You have to put in effort if you want to get return on that effort, okay? So set up your website. So you're going to go to 31. See, I just got off on a tangent. I'm telling you, I do this all the time. Like I'll be talking about something, then I move on into something else. Okay, back to what I was talking about. 31today.com, you'll go to your virtual office, and then you'll go into, I believe it's subscriptions or something like that. I'm telling y'all, I will post the link. I can't know it all in this brain. But you'll go in and you'll personalize your website. So that means you can put whatever you want behind that backslash, okay? So, like mine was my31.com/JamieJayco. Now the thing is, people spell Jamie 14 million different ways. So I would say if you have a name that is not easily spelled, or that can be, like my daughter's name is, Livia. It's not Olivia. There's no O on it, but everybody calls her Olivia. And I'm trying my hardest to tell her to stand up for herself and tell the people that's not her name, but she's a very soft-spoken child. So I told her one day when somebody buys her a monogram shirt with a big O on it, she's going to be like, I should have stood up for myself. But anyways, that's a whole other rant. I would say that if you have a name like that can get easily messed up, you might not want to do that name. But something like we have Janet Cantrell. I mean, you can't really mess up Janet Cantrell. So www.my31.com/Janet Cantrell would work fine. You know what I mean? So I would just go on, if your name's easy, then, you know, go for that. Now, sometimes it's already going to be taken. So if it's a common name like Ashley Jones, then there could already probably be 13 Ashley Jones that are 31 consultants all over the country. So but it'll tell you. So when you go in to personalize your website, it's going to tell you whether or not that you can do that, and you'll just put in something else if it's already taken, okay? So that first thing, you want to personalize your website, because you want to know that you have a website. You want to be able to share people what your website is. When you get your pink box in and you get all that awesome stuff and you get those catalogs, you want to make sure you put your name, your phone number, and your website on those catalogs so people have your information. So you want to be able to make sure you're selling right away, okay? So first thing that you need to do is personalize that website, okay? So the second thing that I'm going to tell you to do, there's just 4 simple things I'm going to tell you how to get started in your business. I guess I should have told you that to like let you know if you're a note taker like I am. For my seasoned girls, if your website's not personalized, get it personalized, because I'm going to try to make this usable for the girls that's been around for a while too. But it's also good if you have girls under you. It's really good information to pass along, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is set up your website. So you've done that, check. The second thing you're going to do, and this is going to be something that some people are going to either disagree with me about or agree with me about or be shocked that I'm even saying this, but It's not going to be to create your group on Facebook. That is not what you need to do. The second thing you need to do is plan your first party. Now, I already know I'm either getting the eye rolls or I'm getting the, oh heck no, I'm never doing a party. So let me first say this. I don't like the word party. I've been doing this for 6 years, and when I first started, the word party was what we used. We did face-to-face parties in living rooms. It was very the traditional face-to-face party, and that's my jam, y'all. I love a face-to-face party. I love them. They're my favorite. That's where I meet all my people. That's where I have the most fun. I love a face-to-face party. But the thing is, they're just not as popular as what they used to be. I mean, that's just how it is. They're just not what they used to be. So, I don't like the word party because I feel like if I tell you you need to have a party, you're already getting nervous and you're sweating. If you're like me, when I did my first party, I was scared to death. But I'm also going to tell you something. If it would have been up to me, I'm going to tell you my sponsor pushed me to have a party. And not pushed in a bad way. She believed in me, and at that time I didn't have belief in myself. That's probably been my favorite thing right now about 31 is I actually have confidence in who I am. I'm secure. And I didn't even know that I wasn't before 31. Like, I didn't realize how much insecurity I had. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still struggle with it daily, but I'm telling you, the confidence that I've gotten from 31 is just insane. It's the best. Okay, so I am going to tell you one thing though. If I would have listened to my own self and not done a party because I was scared, I wouldn't still be here. Because I can tell you the reason I've been doing this for 6 years and the reason that I'm making what I made as a full-time CNA is because I'm constantly doing things that scare me. I'm constantly pushing myself out of my comfort zone. If you're going to stick, this might be where I get a little preachy, if you're going to stay where you're comfortable at, or if you're not going to do things because it makes you nervous, then you will never grow. You will stay exactly where you are. You'll get a couple of orders. You might start out strong, but then if you don't keep going and if you stay scared, you're not. And I'm going to tell you right now, I believe in every single one of you, because if I would have thought where I am today, if that would have been me, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had maybe 3 friends. And I always say this because if you would have told me 6 years ago that I'd be doing videos for a team of over 40 girls, I would have told you were nuts. If you would have told me that I was making more than what I made as a CNA, that when I worked full time, I would have told you were nuts. I did not believe in this, y'all. The only reason I joined 31 was to get the kit. I was going to get the kit and never do anything with it again. And Kirsten pushed me and she said, just try one party. It's in front of your family and friends anyway, so it's not like if you mess up, it's not a big deal. So I told myself I'm just going to push myself and do it. And y'all, it started everything. If you want money or a free product, which is probably what you joined for, then you have to have a party. Yes. But my favorite thing is, like, me and Brittany, we love it. That's where I met Brittany. This is what I'm telling y'all. The face-to-face party is so fun once you start doing it. And I can tell you right now, I've been doing face-to-face parties it'll be 7 years in January. I still mess up. I still forget stuff. One of Brittany's parties that I did, I forgot catalogs, y'all. Brittany, do you remember that? I was doing one of her friends' parties and I completely left my mobile office that I keep all of my order forms and catalogs in, and I was 30 minutes away from home, and my amazing husband drove from McMinnville to Smithville, which is 30 minutes away, and brought me my catalogs because I was gonna have to do a party with no catalogs. And y'all, that was like last year. So it's not like this is something that you're going to be perfect at. And nobody should be perfect at. Well, the thing I love is you can get on YouTube and find so many face-to-face party demonstrations. Whenever I did my first party, my sponsor was in California. And nobody sold 31 around whenever I started selling. Well, they did, but none of my people, I didn't know anybody that did. So literally when I did my first party, I never had seen one. I just literally got up there and showed products and talked about it. But the great thing now, 7 years later, we have YouTube videos that show face-to-face parties. I have 2 videos in this group in Team AIM where I do a face-to-face party. I have scripts in the team files. So my favorite thing is you can't say you don't know how to do something because there's so much information on the internet that you can learn super quick. So if you go to the files in Team AIM, I have party scripts for my face-to-face parties, the exact ones I did, and you just change them and make them your own because they're like from the last catalog. You can go to YouTube, and that's what I did. I just watched after, like I did my first face-to-face party, and I kind of had my bullet points, and I basically, like, it was a hot mess, but that's okay because it was my first one. But like I even like dressed up, and I don't dress up, y'all, so y'all know it was just not me. I was like, they're completely different than what I am now. But after I got home, I was like, well, my next party, I probably won't talk about this or I'll do this. And then I got on YouTube and I watched parties, and you don't have to watch 31 parties. You can watch any kind of parties because it's going to give you ideas. And I'm telling you, if you try to be like another 31 girl, like that's not you, and people are going to be able to see that. So my favorite thing is I love to take bits and pieces of different presentations and make them my own. So for sure, get on YouTube. And then you can go into our videos. I need to start making a list. I will tag the 2 videos that I've done where I did a face-to-face video. I'll tag that. Our last month's training was, I believe, a face-to-face in Team Tracy. If y'all scroll down, the October lineage training was a face-to-face presentation. So we have the tools, you just have to do it. That's the scary part, y'all. So that's my thing. Okay, but I'm already getting off on my squirrel moments. But plan your party. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Some people, no matter how much I'm going to tell you, you need to just try it, they're going to be like, no. But that's the great thing is when I say party, do not think that a party means that you have to get up in front of people and do a face-to-face party, because that's not the only party that we have. And if we can, as Team AIM, can think of a different word for party, I would love that. An event. Maybe we should say an event. Event kind of even sounds scarier and bigger than a party. But anyways, what a party is, for putting it in on 31today.com, is a $200 more order. $200 or more in orders. Whether it be one big $200 order, whether it be 4 or 5, as long as it's $200 or more, that's considered a party, and that's when Hostess rewards start. Y'all, whenever I was a CNA, I could have took my catalog and passed it around at break time and gathered 5 orders, and that would have been a party. Do you see how easy that is? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when I say you need to have your first, we call it a launch party, that doesn't mean you have to do a face-to-face party. Now, I'm telling you, Margaritas at Mexican is a fun girls' night. Just saying. Or it's getting a little chilly, but you could probably still do it at the park if you hurry. Oh, and that's another thing. Don't tell me you don't have time. You could look in your calendar and find one night or one Saturday morning for brunch. Everybody has time if you want it bad enough, okay? If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. But the best parties I have had are the ones that happen like the quickest. So like you could literally plan a party for Thursday night, have some girls over at the Mexican restaurant, or have some girls over to watch. Sip, socialize, and shop. Yes, make it easy and fun. If you do an online party, you could set it up for Thursday. So y'all could have a party this weekend. Okay, so do not feel like you can't. And I'm talking to my seasoned girls too, because if you've not had a party in a while, and I always hear, well, I can't get anybody to have a party. You can have your own party. If you can't find a hostess, be a hostess, okay? So there's so many different, we're going to call them events. Don't get scared. It's just, I don't want to say the word party. I feel like it's becoming a bad word. But there's so many events. You can do face-to-face. You can do in a restaurant. You can do at the park. You can do online. I've already said we have an online party script. You can do, like I said, catalog parties, which is basically where people pass around the catalog at work. I'm telling y'all, it's just, it doesn't have to, don't think when I say you need to have your launch party, that means you need to get up in front of a bunch of people. Unless you want to try it, then it's amazing. I'm telling you, you'll make better sales at a face-to-face party, because if people are going to take the time to come over, then they're going to order. And if they see this stuff in person, they're going to order. I'm going to tell you, it's so much easier to do a face-to-face party than an online party. for my personal opinion, because I have some girls in Team AIM that rock online parties. So it's just, you have to find your groove. So I would tell you, try different things. Don't just stick to one thing, because that's one thing. I've always done a face-to-face party, and my online parties aren't great, but I don't just cancel them out. I just keep trying and getting better. So I always think about 31 being like, I'm a huge football fan, but I think of 31 as like football. Like, you don't just have the game, which is the event. You have to practice. You have to keep trying. You cannot expect to have one party and it be amazing. You can't expect to have the Super Bowl every week. That's not going to work. Like, you have to work up to the Super Bowl. So you have to practice. And practice means posting in your customer group, getting your name out there, marketing, having parties over and over and over again, because they're going to get better and better and better, and you're going to find what works for you. I make sure my face-to-face parties are fun, because if they're not fun, then nobody's coming. But I'm going to tell you, there's stuff that I've done and they've bombed. And then there's other stuff that I've done that's been amazing, and so I know to keep doing that. My online parties, they're not the best, but they get better every time, because I'm finding what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Okay? So there's so many different ways that you can have events to get yourself going. Okay? Let's see. I've hosted several of my own online. Can't seem to get anyone to have an event. Hoping to find some events so I can meet new people, get my name out, and show off. Yes, it's all about marketing yourself. And like I said, if nobody's going to have the party for you, then you have your own party. So do it at your church, do it at a restaurant, and it's not going to do it every month or every other month. Tell them you're going to give products away. Get the people there. When I did my launch party, I found something that came in my kit that that wasn't my favorite. I took the thing that I didn't like the least. The thing that I didn't like the least, and I did a drawing. So I let everybody know that I invited to my launch party that I was giving away a product that was valued at $27, and that was the cinch sack, and it was embroidered. And so people came just to try to to win, and that was fine, because I needed them to come, because once they came and seen the products and had fun, then they ordered. So, but it's never going to be perfect. And even if you have your first party and it bombs, that doesn't mean you're a horrible consultant. It means I've been doing this, it'll be 7 years in January, and last month I had a party that nobody showed up to. But the same week, I had a catalog party that hit $1,200. And then the next week, I had a face-to-face party that hit $1,000. So never give up because of one bad thing, because that's silly. Like when you were learning to ride your bike and you fell off the first time, did that just mean you quit and you never did it again? No, you've got to keep going, girls. And I think I get so passionate at this because I've seen so many people give up. And it makes me so sad because they give up too soon. It's always like the picture where you see of the guy that's trying to get to the treasure, and he's this close and he don't know it, and he turns around and leaves, and he was this close. That's all it is. You were one party away from a completely different business. Several years ago, I was doing nothing. I had no parties, and I finally got one party, and it was for my friend, and it was her mom and her mom's friends. Well, they booked a party, but that lady lived in Smithfield. And so I did that party and I got that one booking. So I was excited because I hadn't had any bookings. So I did that party and then I got a booking. And then I had to go to Smithfield because that's where she lived. And when I went to Smithfield and did that party, I booked 2 parties off that party. And then those 2 parties, then I booked 2 more off of those parties. I partied in Smithfield for a year with people I didn't even know because they kept having parties back to back because they loved the products that much and because they had that much fun. So I went from no parties to a year full of parties and growing my team from one party. I think sometimes we just forget how easy it is. You just got to do it. You just got to keep doing the work. And you cannot ever feel like one bad month means you're a bad consultant. That's just not true, because I had one bad year last year. I just wasn't in it all year. And I'm still here. And now this last month has been amazing. I sold over $3,000 in September. And that's not to say that I'm bragging. Please don't do it as that. But I just got excited again. And I found what worked for me. And I just kept doing it. And I kept just tweaking it. And then I sold $3,000 in September. That was such a huge blessing to my family. And to think I had a horrible year, y'all. And if I would have gave up, Like, I would miss all this. Like, I couldn't give up. Like, I would miss y'all too much. I would, but anyways, okay. So plan your party. Okay, so you've set your website, you've planned your party, figure out how you want to do it. If you need to message me or your sponsor and figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it, that's completely fine. But then number 3 is do it. So don't just talk about it, do it. Send a message to your sponsor or me and say, I'm doing this party this date. Like, give me something. Like, I want us all to do something. So if you have nothing on your calendar right now, I want you to message your sponsor or message me as your director and let us hold you accountable, because you got to have it. You can talk all day and you can give all these excuses, but at the end of the day, you just got to do it. Whether it stinks or whether it's great, you just got to do it. Get it out, get it over with. That's what I say. I'm all the time like, me and Craig will be needing to do something, and I schedule it right away, because I'm like, let's just get it over with before I can think about it, because I'm an overthinker. I don't know if anybody else here is an overthinker. I'm such an overthinker, and I will think stuff to death and I will ruin it. So me, I'm just the type of person, if I'm going to do something, I'm getting it done, getting it over with. That way I don't have time to overthink it. That was like whenever I had Livia. She came on her own. We had no clue she was coming. And then with Wyatt, I was induced. I would have taken Liv's, like almost having her natural, 10 times, because I worried myself to death with Wyatt, because I had time to think about it, because I had to sit in the hospital overnight. Okay, anyways, I'm sure I don't know all that. Okay, so you've set your website up. Now I'm telling y'all, these are the things to get going in your business, but this doesn't mean that these are the only things, of course. There's so much more to talk about, but these are the things that you kind of need to do in this order, to me, to get the ball rolling. So you've set up your website, so you know what to tell people when they want to shop your website. You've set up your next party, your launch party. You know what you're going to do to gather up orders to make it one order, because as soon as you start, you're going to get these catalogs. You need to have a party. I set up a party every month on my website just to collect orders in. Like, you never just want to submit a bunch of random retail orders. And a retail order, for the girls that don't know, a retail order is an order that isn't up to $200. So let's say Susie calls you and wants to give you a $35 order. Well, that's a retail order. I always try to put my retail orders onto a party, but if I have no parties, then I make my own party, and then I grab Susie's, and then I go and remember Rebecca wanted something, so I call her and see if she still wants that and collect that order, and then I just collect all the orders and put them in one little party. Okay, so always set yourself up a party, so when you collect those random orders, you can put them all together, and then you can get hostess rewards, okay? Okay, so the third is you're going to have it. You're going to do it. You're going to jump off the freaking bridge, and you are going to do it, because it feels so much better when you just do it. Okay, so 1, set up your website. 2, plan your party. 3, have it. Then 4, this is what I'm going to tell you to create your group on Facebook. And the reason why, I could go on a whole nother tangent about groups on Facebook, but if you go ahead and jump into creating a group on Facebook and you're posting like crazy in your Facebook because you've not realized that you need a rhythm, and then now all of a sudden you're doing your launch party, so you're going to create an event for your launch party, and then you're going to post all in the event, you're going to wear your people out. If they're seeing posts from your customer group, and then they're seeing posts from your event, and then you're inviting them to a party, and then they're also seeing you post on your personal page about it being a consultant, it kind of gets spammy and it kind of gets overwhelming, and people then just shut you out. So I always say, don't create your group right away. That's the one thing I did do, and I wish I didn't do. I wish I would have waited till after I had my first party. I wish I would have took more time when I joined and put more into my launch party and created the event to get people excited about my launch party. But honestly, I think they just got tired of hearing from me, because I was posting in my group and my event, and I was talking to everybody about being a 31 consultant. So I will tell you to do your first party, your launch party for your friends and family, create that event, get them excited, and then after your party, then that's when you create your group, because that's who you know who's going to be your core people to put in your group to begin with. So that's going to be like, oh, so-and-so loved that, so-and-so loved this. Of course, I've got to put my sister in it after your launch party, because then you can really, all right, you're like, whew, I got my first party done. It's like a sigh of relief. Now I can focus on my group. Because I'm going to tell you, when you create that closed group, so many people create groups and don't think about it. That's like another baby. Like, you have to do things to make that baby happy, or that baby is going to be your worst nightmare. Like, groups are hard. you have to learn your rhythm. You have to post in it every day to keep it consistent. Like if you just create a group and don't do a lot with it, you're just wasting your time. You really have to learn about groups, and that's one thing I do lots and lots and lots of learning about groups. I get on YouTube all the time. You can type in how to get engagement in my groups, how to grow my Facebook group. You're going to learn there's so much stuff about a group. And if you really want to grow your business, you want to take care of your group, because it is like another baby. Like my customer group is amazing. I love my customer group more than anything, but it's taken a very long time for me to love it and for me to make money off of it very well. The first few years, I didn't make money off my group. Now I get random retail orders all the time from my group. So I'm just telling you, once you create your group, be ready to take care of your new baby, because that's what it's like. Okay, so that's why I say to wait on your customer group. Don't just jump right into making a customer group, because I don't want you getting overwhelmed, because there's so much stuff you're going to learn when you first become a 31 consultant, and there's so much stuff that you're exciting and want to do, and I don't want that to be another thing on you, because if you're not too careful, if you create that customer group, you can annoy people really fast if you're spammy, and that's just something you learn. I'm telling you, I was so spammy when I first started. But you learn. But like I said, if I wouldn't have just jumped into it, I would have been more excited to really like learn more about it before I just created it and ran with it. Like my name, I hate the name of my customer group, but now I can't change it. Because once you get over 250 people in your customer group, you can't change the name of it. And I'm telling y'all, I do not want to create a new customer group. Because I don't want to transfer over 1,500 people. So I'm just stuck. And that's one thing. If I wouldn't have created my customer group as soon as I joined, I would have took more time into what I was going to name it, because I do not like the name of my customer group. So that's just examples, what's worked for me, what's not worked for me. What I would tell you, I was going to try to keep this at 30 minutes and I'm over a few minutes. So let me go through. Those were the 4 things I'm going to tell you to do to get started in your business. For my seasoned girls, I hope that y'all got something out of this too. But also, if you've got girls under you, this is going to help them a lot also. A retail versus a party order. We've talked about a retail is anything that's not tied to a party. And then a party order is $200 or more. You're going to hear the word PV or the letters PV a lot. PV means personal volume, and that's whatever you submit. So if you get a $35 order, that's $35 in PV. When I tell you you need $200 in PV every 3 months to stay an active consultant, then you need $200 in personal volume, which means $200 in orders. It's always before taxes and shipping. Taxes and shipping will never count. It doesn't count for your parties. It doesn't count for your wishes rewards. It doesn't count for any of that. Y'all, I've not even gotten started on wishes, but I won't, because I have a whole nother video on wishes, and I can tag whoever needs to know. But do y'all know you can earn unlimited gift cards or unlimited products with 31 as a new consultant? I mean, I'll just bring it back up because y'all need to see that, because it's amazing. Your orders, so when I say PV, I always say to be smart. Like when if you're ordering something for yourself, you can do it under Marketplace and get it 40% off, because that's your consultant only discount at 40% off. But you would only get the PV for it being 40% off, and you wouldn't get commission on it. So with your wishes, or like right now how we're earning free products, with our October incentive, like once you sell $1,000, you get that adorable purse. I'm so excited to get that purse. If you do Marketplace, then you only get 40% your PV, and you don't get the commission. So me personally, I would rather order something, like I had a party I had to put in today. There was a few things that I wanted, so I just added it onto that party. And then when I get paid, I'll get that 25% back. So I won't get the 25% off right away, but I would much rather just go ahead and get that PV for it. And then when I get paid, I'll get my 25% back. I hope that makes sense. So like you can use your Marketplace and get 40% off. For the big ticket items, yes, I completely understand if you're needing to watch your money. But for me personally, I would rather put it on a party order, bump up hostess rewards, and you're going to get 25% back like let's say you get a snacker for $12, and then you put it on a party order, you make 25% of whatever you sell. So just because you ordered that $12 snacker, you're still going to get 25% off of that $12 snacker, and it's going to come right back to you. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I can go into more detail. But I always, for your wishes and things like that, it's just awesome. It's a lot better to put your orders with party orders. But like I said, if you're wanting that boutique backpack really bad and you just don't have the extra money to get the 25% off later, then go ahead and get it at the marketplace for 40% off. That's still a great deal. You just need to know your options. Because for me, I'm going to cry if you are at $980 and you bought something at Marketplace and you could have got $100 Visa gift card if you would have just done your order in a different way. So don't let that confuse you though. It's something you're going to for sure learn, but it's good to know how you can order. So you can order under Marketplace, you can order as a retail order, or you can order under a party. Okay, that is just the 3 different orders, and that there's tons of information on 31today.com, and I can always help with that too. Okay, and then last, I'm sorry, I went over a little bit. As I said, 31today.com is your BFF. Utilize everything. Y'all, I post trainings in this group all the time. I post YouTube videos all the time. I post podcasts all the time. You can't tell me that you can't learn anything from being in Team AIM. I'm sorry, like I love y'all, and I can't let that lie happen, because we share so much in this group alone. We share so much that you can grow in your business just by utilizing this group. If you go to Team Tracy, you're going to learn even more, because Kirsten's amazing, and then you've got so many other people in there. We have monthly lineage trainings. I go live every week. You go to 31today.com. At the top, you're going to see the word learn. Underneath there, you're going to see all kinds of calls that you can listen to. You can get on YouTube yourself and find things. Like if you want to learn how to get engagement in your group, type that in the search bar. You're going to find everything you need to know. Okay, so utilize everything. Never feel like you can't learn something, because you always can. And then the monthly special flyer, I'll also do that. That's really good. You can have the monthly special flyer come straight to you every month without you having to order it, and it saves you money too. So I'm going to put that YouTube link also in this video, and I'm done. I promise. I only went over 12 minutes. Yes, Brittany says check TOT every Monday at the very least. One thing for me is on Sunday evenings, it's kind of my downtime. It's when I plan for the week, but I also go through everything that was posted on Team AIM and Team Tracy for the week. So it doesn't have to be Sunday. Let's say you have a slow Tuesday night. Go through from everything from that day to the last Tuesday, because I'm telling y'all, I put so much good stuff in Team AIM that you can sometimes look over it. So and then if you see that I posted a really good podcast, find time in your week to listen to it. Make a note, do it, make a to-do list, and say on Tuesday I need to listen to this podcast that Jamie shared, because it's going to be really good. Because I'm never going to waste your time. If it's not good, I'm not putting it on Team AIM. And then on 31today.com every Monday, something comes out called the Weekly 411, and that's just going to tell you everything that's happening in that week for 31today.com. But all of that's on the right side of your screen. So pick a day every week to go through 31today.com. Pick a day every week to go through Team AIM to make sure you haven't missed anything. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited for all these new girls. Everyone I'm talking to is so excited. We have so much good stuff coming, y'all. Like, if y'all, like, the medium utility tote special right now is amazing, but y'all just wait. Like, November is even better. December is even better. January, even better. Like, it just keeps getting better. I've never been more excited to be a 31 consultant. Yes, that's exact podcast I listen to when I'm getting ready and when I'm cleaning. I just have them playing in the background, and I've learned it has made me, one, it's made me a better person personally, but two, in my business, it's set me on fire. Like, I was listening to one this morning, and y'all, I didn't get anything done at the house. Shh, don't tell Craig. But like, I got no cleaning done because I was on fire, y'all, and I had 2 girls join the team today. I closed out a $1,400 party. Like, y'all, I was on fire today, and I swear, podcasts are the best. So, All right, y'all have a great night. I hope I didn't keep you too long. I try to keep all of my videos 30 minutes, but this one went 15 minutes over. I love y'all. I hope this was, one, I hope you got to know me a little bit better if you don't know me already. Two, I hope you learned something. To me, if you watch a training and you feel like it wasn't that great, but if you got one little small thing out of it, it was worth your time, because if you take that and use it in your business and make money, then it's worth it, okay? So even if you got nothing out of this, I hope you did. I hope you got a little something out of it. Okay, I will talk to y'all later. Have an amazing week, and that's it. I always feel worried about how to end these. Bye, y'all.